Hello, we are presenting branding and why it's important and how to ensure brand effectiveness. I'm Bailey Brown.
I'm Jesse Brown.
I'm Raymond Bird.
And I'm Samuel Cabrera.
To introduce our project, I want to give everybody an engaging thought. Think about how you tend to refer to brands by their brand name and not their specific product. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of this is Vaseline. It's actually petroleum jelly, but we casually say things like, "Can I have some Vaseline?" Which leads us into how we will discuss strong branding and how it plays a crucial role in business success. With this comes brand equity and brand loyalty. We will also discuss the do's and don'ts of creating a successful brand, what companies should do when they are in the process of creating their brand, and different recommendations to how to be successful. Different key terms that you will hear throughout our presentation are brand association, brand equity, brand identity, brand loyalty, and differentiation. All of these play a key role in creating an effective brand that shoppers and consumers will remember.
So in order to have an effective brand, you must first create a strong brand. In the article, Why Brand Building is Important by Scott Goodson, written for Forbes Business, Goodson brings up some good points about how branding creates value and diversity in the current market. Take, for example, this picture of a dollar bill. On the left side, you can see the stamp of the Federal Reserve. At the top, you can see the United States of America. These two things signify that this dollar bill holds value for the United States, which it does. Brands actually create so much value that companies want to buy them in the forms of mergers and brand acquisitions. Brands also create differentiation, which is when two products are similar but set apart due to their unique nature. Take, for example, Pepsi and Coke. Both products are the same, same cola, but the differentiation of the different branding has set them apart into two different products. Another example is different car brands. For example, Chevy, Toyota, and Ford all make trucks, but each truck is different based on the brand and the differentiation that comes with that. Differentiation also creates a diverse market so that not all products are kind of similar, but each have their own uniqueness to them. Branding is also important in culture as the rise of new mediums such as social media have lent way for branding to be explored and adapted in this current market. For example, on Facebook, you can get many ads or advertisements for many different products such as cars, food, etc. But they all apply to a certain demographic, which can be found on Facebook. And this brings relevance in the current market due to branding being adapted to this new form of social media.
As we talked about, having an effective brand can be crucial for the success of a company. The biggest do for creating an effective brand is to do adequate research and understand your business's target audience. As said by Courtney Merriweather, the clearer the picture you have of these influencers, the better you'll be at building a brand. Secondly, you want to understand yourself. Understand what culture and what values you want to run your business off of. When the target audience has been identified and the business itself has been studied, the other main do presents itself, and that is to be consistent. After developing a brand, the business will run off core values and practices set, and if the business changes those values or changes how it conducts business, it could throw off the created brand and lead the target audience or consumers to a competitor. This leads me to the don'ts. The biggest don't, which is brought over by Merriweather, is not to get caught up in what the competition is doing. Establishing your brand in response to your competition will lack authenticity. This is key because businesses do want to keep an eye out for competitors, but at the same time, don't change your business's brand just because a competitor made a change. This brings back why research is so key. The better a business can be defined, the more reputable the business's brand will be, and the rest reliant on competition.
Our next big thing is the ultimate question. What should companies do to ensure brand effectiveness? Well, the first thing they should do is remain innovative, be different, stand out, think outside of the box. Think of ways to be more innovative than your previous innovations and not other companies. Second, want to update your branding on a cyclical schedule. When updating your branding strategy, be sure to make a change to both the brand and the product, as customers naturally tend to make brand associations with the product. Now, companies should make the product superior. Well, how, you ask? Well, here's a prime example of a restaurant who makes a regular chicken sandwich outperform everyone else because of the quality of service. Now, the way they did this is they asked two questions. One, they asked, does the brand make the product superior? And two, what unique brand associations exist in the customer's mind? Well, how they answered this question was by one famous slogan, and that was, "It's my pleasure." It's my pleasure is what connects the customer service to their product. And that's what gets you to come back over and over again. And lastly, when it comes to brand effectiveness, your brand and your product should answer these questions. What benefits does it supply? And what needs does it supply? Well, I'm going to give you an example of the Johnson & Johnson brand Band-Aid. If you've ever gone shopping and put on your shopping list Band-Aids instead of adhesive bandages, then you'll know that they have been successful in their brand effectiveness. Well, their need here is that their Band-Aids heal cuts and wounds, protection, and they give protection from infection. And we also know that their benefit is that, well, sometimes we make mistakes. We get cuts, paper cuts, and they heal wounds faster and stays on longer than other brands. So that's how they answered these two questions. As Kevin Lane Keller states in his article, for brands whose core associations are primarily product-related attributes and or functional benefits, innovation in product design, manufacturing, and merchandising is especially critical to maintaining or enhancing brand equity. And last, what I'll leave you with is another quote from another article that Keller explains. You need to help customers match the knowledge of what people know about your brand. So to wrap up what was just talked about, there are four things. Think outside of the box, update both brand and product on a cyclical schedule, make the product superior by creating a unique brand association, and lastly, identify the benefits and the needs your brand and product supply.
Overall, the biggest recommendation to a business is to establish a personal brand that displays the business's thoughts and culture. Why branding is so important? Gooden says brands outlive products. Brands convey uniform quality, credibility, and experience. This shows that brands have more of an impact than just whatever product or service that a business could offer. In addition, while products and services have a lifespan or product cycle, a business's brand is long lasting. And these are the references that we used for our PowerPoint. Thank you.